Hey guys, Amit here for PhoneRadar and you're watching the review of the Jawbone UP3. Now this is a wearable fitness band which has been launched by a brand called Jawbone. That's a well-known brand and I have been using different wearable smart bands from past 3 years and I have been testing different ones. While right now I would also be doing a separate video while comparing the Fitbit Charge HR, which has very similar features when you compare it with the Jawbone's UP3. Now let's first talk about this band itself. Now this is a very comfortable band and it looks very sleek when you wear it on your hand, and it has this rubberized strap which is quite comfortable. Again, using it while this lock also is pretty unique, and you have never seen these kind of lock to ensure that the device does not fall from your hand. Now talking about the device, it has a bunch of sensors, and the device USP is that it tracks your heart rate, and that's continuously tracked. But from what I have seen in the statistics, it's generally going to track the max when you're resting, and that's what the app tells you while you check out the application. And talking about the device, the unit is priced at around 15,000 rupees in India. That's around $250 US, and the device does not come with a display. While you get 3 different notification options in terms of displays here. So there's a small icon, if you notice, it shows up here, and the biggest issue with this is that it's quite hard to even understand what these try to tell you. So that's the first biggest issue with this device. Now let's talk about the other stuff which this device offers you with. So here is the application which shows you all the data. So here it says last sync was 8 minutes back. Let's wait for the device to be synced now. So it's syncing at the moment, and if you tap onto the band, it shows you the battery information. So it says you need to recharge your unit right away. So that's one very important factor you need to make a note of, because the device does not last more than 3 to 4 days, at least for me. Now let's talk about the application itself. Most of these bands track the similar amount of data, but what's more important is the data which is shown to you in the application and what good can you make use of it. So here, first off, you can, under the application itself, you can add your friends. So that's called as team, and I have added Ranjit here. So let's go back and show to you. So here's the main timeline where you can find all the metrics. The first thing what you see here is the sleep timer. Now I have been using both these bands continuously from the last around 2 weeks, I can say, and I have been wearing both of them on my left hand, and if you notice clearly, the Jawbone Up has been making some issues in calculating the sleep tracking. So here at 12:27 I had actually slept according to UP3, which is quite true, but I had actually got up at around 7 PM while it says 5:49, and making the total sleep at just around 5 hours, which is actually wrong. Now let's go back. Talking about the steps, it's quite accurate in calculating these steps. I didn't go for a morning walk today, so that's the reason you can see that the steps are almost nothing around this area. That's when I have got up, and then you can find the steps count go up. Here it says the active time, longest active, and here is the passive heart rate. So it continuously keeps tracking your heart rate, and according to the application, again I don't know the source, your passive heart rate should be below 60. That's when you are sleeping, and I have been averaging around 56, 54, which is okay and which is good, and that gives me a good feel factor. Now talking about the steps, here is my goal, which is at 8,000, and I have been almost reaching that. And these are the times when there are no data. That's because the battery went down, and that's not something in my hands. So I really feel that the device should have had a better battery, considering that I'm not continuously syncing it all the time, but that's what you see here. Next, the best part, again, it automatically tracks your sleep and your heart rate, but again, wish there was more battery probably in these straps or somewhere, and which would have worked. Now next thing is that there's a smart coach. Now I have heard many good feedback about this smart coach, which says that going to bed at 10:46 PM tonight should help your mind operate at full capacity tomorrow. Knowledge is power. Now I really don't know if I would be obeying these orders by an application, because that's something not completely in your control. Yes, it can give you an approximate time, like you should be sleeping before in a time frame between 10:30 to 11:30 PM, which is something understandable and satisfactory, but exact time like 10:46, who would really obey that order? Next up, under this timeline you find all the activities, and here you can also find your friend activities. So here Ranjit is my friend, and here you can find his steps, which is like 2005 steps moved today, and he had slept around 6 hours 51 minutes. Now I can just cheer him here, which is a good thing, so he would get notified that Amit has cheered. And also this is yesterday, or maybe today, 7 hours, it's 2, yeah, today morning I had selected this, that I would be going to bed by 10:46, but I don't really think I would be doing that, so let's give a negative emotion there. Now next, talking about the resting heart rate, which is at 56 BPM, which is pretty good. And this information again through the American Heart Association, which says that your average range should be in this area. So that's some decent amount of information, but apart from that, only what you can see here is just your data and your friend's data. And here is some more information saying like this week's 6,419 steps 7-day average is lower than your previous time, and you also slept. So it gives you some analysis based on your current data. Nothing really something which changes your working habits or workout habits. Apart from that, there's a section of trends which shows you just your data and which gives you an idea. Pretty interesting this one, considering that you can set up your goals and then watch all the data continuously. So here is the weekly report and here is the monthly report. This year actually in January I had used this another Jawbone product. In 2014 I had used the one. So I have been using different products, but this is what the trends section would help you with. And there are also something called as duels, wherein you can battle with your friends, but sadly there are not many users who are connected with me on this platform. I have tried to add more friends, but there are very limited amount of people who are actually using this product, and that's where the issues come in. So one of the major reasons I don't find the product motivating is because there are not many community kind of features on the Jawbone app, and not many actual users use this product. So that's one of the biggest concerns right now. Apart from that, in terms of data, it's pretty interesting application and helps you in understanding your heart rate. And the most important aspect here would be the deep sleep, which is actually 0%, 0 minutes for me today. Let's go back and check this out. So here there's also resting heart rate. You can just scroll through these graphs and find out what was the average resting heart rate and get an idea of the same. So the smart coach is something which is kind of automated and which helps you in understanding all this data. So overall a pretty interesting product, I would say. And the best part is it continuously tracks your heart rate, gives you accurate steps count, not so accurate sleep tracking, but almost everything is done automatically, so you don't have to worry. And the best part is that again it's spill proof, so you cannot take it with you in the shower or swimming pool, but you can still use it at a while, or maybe like, you know, if you end up dropping some water on it, it won't have any issues. And again, a sad part is that it comes with a proprietary charger, so I don't have a charger here right now in my office, and hence for till today evening I would be losing the data because the battery is almost dead. So these are the few of the areas where the brand should actually focus on offering a USB standard, like a micro USB charging option, which can help us in using any charger for these devices. Overall, at a price of 15,000 rupees, I would not really recommend you to go for this, because that's where the Fitbit Charge HR comes in place, which is something I really would recommend you over the Jawbone UP3. So stay tuned on PhoneRadar for the next review, which is of the Fitbit Charge HR. This is Amit signing off, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you have any queries, you can follow me on Twitter at Amit Bhavani, and I would be happy to assist you on your queries. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and stay subscribed.